Hey everybody. We are currently listening to my favorite summertime record, Beach Boys Surfing USA.
Woo!
So, good stuff, good stuff. We're doing nachos. Right here, I've already got this pre-mixed for you, so you don't have to watch me cut stuff. It's the whole part of the green onion, so the white end, the green stuff. I especially wanted to use the green part today because I'm a dad Latino and I don't have any cilantro. Or else I'd put cilantro in here. I like it a lot. But we have these just little peppers. We got some of them in there. A little bit of tomato. I used a little bit of red onion just to add some fun to it. I also used some of my pickled radishes I made at home a few weeks ago. And just mixed everything together. Salt, pepper, a little bit of cumin, like a very small amount because that stuff's very strong, and then some paprika. If you don't like it raw, you could cook that a little bit. Up to you.
It won't let me zoom out.
My phone's too.
Oh, help. I don't know how to zoom out.
You're bad millennials.
Oh no.
Well, anyway.
It's just be super zoomed in on kids.
Super zoomed in. Oh gosh, zoom out, zoom out,
Not
zoom
that
out,
ugly.
zoom out, zoom out.
Anyway,
No.
for all you meat eaters, this. What are y'all doing?
There! Casey did it! We finally zoomed out. Okay, continue.
Anyway,
I guess like
you want to follow me out to the grill real quick?
Huh?
You want to follow me to the grill real quick?
Okay, yeah.
So, what I did for the meat.
No one look at my home. It's a mess. Oh Lord. Okay.
Leave my little wrapper right here.
Oh shoot.
I got some natural lump charcoal and lit it up. Let it get nice and hot. I'm not going to try and teach you how to grill. I bet being from Bella Vista, you all have your own way. But basically, you don't need...
No one's from Bella Vista.
You know what I mean. You don't need your top grate because you're going to make a bed of charcoal that just covers the bottom. Get it nice and hot, and then when you do, you can just blow some of the ash off with your mouth. But you're just going to take that meat, and all we did was I got my meat tenderizer, and I flattened it out as much as possible. Salt and pepper both sides, really heavy on the salt. And when this is nice and really, really hot, all you do is set it down directly on the coals, throw the lid on, wait about a minute, take the lid off, flip it, do about another minute, and then you can see I was taking it out of aluminum foil. As soon as it comes off the grill,
This is my home. It's a mess. Oh.
but as soon as it comes off the grill, you can see it's got some nice sear marks on it because it was directly on those coals. And I like to put a few in there with it because what you're going to do is just wrap it up as tight as you can in a lot of aluminum foil. Then you don't need these anymore. Unless you want to eat charcoal. I don't know. It'd be kind of weird. Wash your hands. Oh, that's wet. But anyway, and all we're going to do is slice this on a bias all the way down pretty thin. Do the same thing for taco meat and fajitas and all that kind of stuff. If you want to have a great sauce, this is just smoke and meat sauce, and it's actually very good. It's very nice. My wife, whom is a vegetarian, probably would not like that. But since we're making
I probably would. It would make my tummy hurt.
but since we're making veggie nachos, along with meat nachos, we're going to put everything together and add the meat later. That way everyone can have it. You might have a chunk like this or something falling off. This is not a flank steak. This was like a top sirloin. You want to usually use flank steak because it's just a lot thinner, and this method works better for that. But when I say on a bias, I just mean like this right here.
Doesn't mean use your bias.
Don't use your biases, just use this angle. Because that way, it makes the piece of meat look bigger than it really is.
I was gonna grab you this piece of meat
Oh.
for a sample.
Little sample. But that's our
I
meat.
feel like I'm a Sam's Club.
I finished cutting this up in a little bit. And all we did for chips. Let me finish my meat.
Do do do.
You took some vegetable oil, get it nice and hot, and all we did, you get your little tortillas, corn, white corn, flour, whatever. And you just slice it into 4, and then as soon as this lands in here, you should hear that crackling, frying sound, and it should
I don't have
kind of float
coronavirus.
to the top. We use a cooling rack with this underneath of it, so as soon as they come out, we get the tongs, and put them right here, and we hit them with salt and pepper instantly while they're still hot. That way the salt really seeps into here. They're really good. But anyway, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Still talking about it?
Secret meeting.
Yes.
But anyway, so we made a big batch of chips. If you run out of space on this, just grab a colander and put your cooled down chips in here so all the oil keeps dripping out. And that's why we do that, so it can dry on both sides and cool down.
Make the nachos.
That's what we do. We also have a little bit of corn here for Ashton.
I love corn.
We would do black beans, but we don't have any.
But I love corn.
I'm going to use a very small amount of some salsa verde, barbecue, and sriracha. Nothing fancy. I like making my own sauce. But anyway, I'll make a small little batch right here real quick. Right like this. Oh, cheese-wise, yeah, forgot about cheese. I have a bunch of shredded Gruyere, and then just some of like the Mexican blend stuff. You can use whatever you want. I don't prefer like cheese sauces on nachos because I find it makes my nachos really soggy. So I just melt cheese right on it. Just build a nice layer on whatever you're using. You can use a big sheet pan and do this in the oven. If my fire was still going on the grill, I thought about grilling the nachos, like in a big piece of aluminum foil. But that might take a long time, and we're hungry. So there's a few different ideas here. We'll use this cheese. You can do 2 layers and do cheese and toppings between each layer. I usually only do cheese on the middle layer.
Because that's what we're here for, honestly.
That's what we're here for, let's be real. But yeah, so do that.
Scoutfinch.
Hit with some more chips. Yeah, tell me your favorite things, toppings for nachos. Do you have any jalapeno people out there?
Holla at your jalapeno people.
Woo!
Most of you may or may not know this.
Hi, Katrina.
I hate jalapenos.
You're a bad brown person.
Not because they're
I'm joking.
not because like they're spicy, but I just don't like the taste. Because as you know, I like really spicy stuff. So it's just
I like a jalapeno.
It's just a taste thing. I don't like their taste very much.
I have a jalapeno growing downstairs, this Nita.
I planted some. We'll see if we get any. Shelby loves them.
But yeah, your cheese
Hey.
is important because your cheese is what holds your nachos together.
It's the glue.
It is the glue of your nachos. Thank you, Casey. Oh, Lord. Sprinkle some toppings.
It's good.
Good enough, whatever.
Run, reindeer.
They're nachos. Like they're not gonna be pretty.
Those are pretty.
They are pretty.
Look at the colors.
Because they're nachos. There we go. Yeah, while that's all melting, I'll finish chopping some meat for us meat eaters.
Carnivorous
but the-
bunch.
But the biggest thing about it is layers. The way I like to do nachos, you have to get those layers in there.
How do you do nachos, folks? Let us know.
Let us know.
Get some of this. Oh, on the meat, by the way, when I wrapped it up in the aluminum foil really tight with
Scout!
a few chunks of charcoal in there,
Scout's being a bad person.
I let it go for about 15 minutes. I let this go a little longer because it's a bit thicker than a flank steak, but about 15. Especially if you like it more on the bloody side, you could do a little less. But yeah. See, especially when we're getting closer to the middle here, you got some pink in there. But
We like pink.
Casey, can you flip it a record?
Yeah.
Please. But anyway, once you get a few pieces cut out, I would just stack them and then go across the other way. Get you some nice little chunks of meat. But as you can see, I'm cutting against the grain here. I'm not going with it because when you go against the grain across it, you get more tender pieces that are a lot easier to chew.
Michelle says that her favorite nachos are pulled pork barbecue nachos.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good.
Michelle, when I was a meat eater, those were also my favorites.
They're very good.
Mm-hmm.
Does Wright's Barbecue do those? I bet they do.
I hope so.
Let's
Be
check
dumb
on-
if they
let's
didn't.
check on our melted over here.
Pulled pork barbecue nachos.
Not melty yet.
Not too melty yet. That is a lot of cheese.
I just
Not
keep
a bad
eating the
thing.
Gruyere.
I do too. I'm like,
Keep sticking my hand in. That's very good.
When I was frying the tortilla chips, I ate like, for 5 that I like fried, I probably ate like 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, those chips are hard to not eat as soon as they come off the fryer.
It's so good.
And what that is that's hot oil,
And tortillas.
cut up corn tortillas is what they use today.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
We
bought-
oil, a pan, corn tortillas. You can quarter them
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and
it.
fry them, and that's it.
We bought
And
corn
they're
tortillas.
Way
Yeah.
better than anything you can buy.
If you're familiar with Yayo's taco truck or establishment, they tasted like Yayo's chips.
They
They're
do.
very
That's a
good.
compliment.
That is a.
I love
Oh.
Yayo's chips. It's a very good.
Michelle
compliment.
says Rib Crib does barbecue nachos.
"Ooh, rib crib. I'll have to check that out."
I have to check out Rib Crib. Where's Rib Crib?
I don't know.
Vegetarian.
They might have vegetarian options.
Wrights has
At a place
vegetarian
called Rib
option.
Crib?
Wrights barbecue
It's not
has
veggie crib.
vegetarian. Yeah,
You
for
might
real.
walk in there. Do you have a vegetarian menu? Yeah, baked beans.
Well, the
Stop.
there
With some
was
cheese on top.
at a beer and hymns.
Air
there
fryer
was,
is the best appliance I own. Oh yeah.
True.
I bet you could air fry them for sure.
True. I bet you could.
Yeah, anything good.
The tortilla chips, yeah.
The chips.
The chips.
We don't own an air fryer. An air fryer.
Our fryer.
Our
Fur.
Yeah, if you have any.
Fryer tuck. We don't know.
This is one thing. I didn't really trim this piece of meat at all before I put it in, so there's a lot of fatty parts coming off. You can save those.
Oh, I thought you were gonna show us something. I did it again, Casey. I zoomed in.
Just the fat. And the meat. So if you don't want to eat the fat, you just trim it off. I like to cook it with the fat on because you get all that flavor later on.
Mmm. Good stuff. As a fellow meat eater, I will partake.
It smells good.
It tastes good too. You just know.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
That looks melty. What's in this blend over here in this bowl?
Peppers,
Already filled them.
green onions,
Oh,
tomatoes.
Anyway, now it's time for a little bit of sauce.
We've been using homemade tortillas from Mama Z's. Oh my gosh, I
Ooh.
love Mama Z's. What are they? Tamales? They're the best
They are.
in Northwest Arkansas.
Judy Ballou says, "Have you tried these chips in the air fryer, Katrina?" That I feel like
I feel
it
like
would
that would
work.
I don't see why it wouldn't work.
I feel like
Yeah.
it would. Hi, Heath Williams.
Hi, Heath.
A little bit of barbecue.
I feel like it would work.
Totally work. Those look delicious, Kenneth.
I would usually make a really interesting sauce with sour cream and cilantro and some other green stuff in it, mix it all together and put that on here, but I don't have any sour cream or cilantro. So whatever.
Oh yeah. The sriracha makes all the difference.
Ooh,
I'm gonna do a little bit of this
That's
green
good stuff.
sauce. In retrospect, I probably should have added the salsa verde to this mixture a little bit, but we're here now.
Katrina says yes, she does them in the air fryer.
just a little bit of salt and oil. Good to know.
Makes sense.
I might have to get an air fryer now.
That's what I was thinking. My mom has one in her oven. She
I
just bought a
would
new
suggest
oven.
cutting
Oh,
all
that's
this
bougie.
fat
That's bougie.
with a bit of lime here at the end.
Oh, I thought that was meat fat, and I was like, great. Now I have to wait till the next batch.
I would have put the meat in there. Here's the tricky part about nachos, the way I'm doing
That's
it.
gross. Just sprinkle
I
some
know,
meat
like,
on it.
Here's the really tricky part.
Those are so good.
It's getting it off. Luckily, I have this doohickey. Right there.
It's one of my Fiestaware serving platters.
So, this isn't gonna go great, but it's, it's better than nothing. Where's the tongue?
Well, we can just eat it off of there.
Well, I gotta make another batch.
Oh, that's true.
You want more nachos or no?
You make a good point.
Never tried this, so you're all watching me fail epically right now.
You're doing great, babe.
It looks
Let's
great.
go.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That was cool.
Anyway.
Now there's plenty of melted cheese for everyone to just pick up.
But anyway,
Cleaning up.
but yeah.
I have a convection / air fryer. Best money spent. Ooh.
Very true. That's bougie.
Yeah. But anyway, boom, there you go. Doesn't have to be pretty. It's nachos. It's supposed to be good. That's it. It's nachos cooked with Kenny.
Ooh!
I highly recommend getting sour cream, lime, and cilantro, mixing it all together and throwing it in there, but we don't have any. So.
And in this
Yeah.
shortage days, you just do with what you have, you know?
But
True.
These chips are seriously so crunchy. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, just listen to it. That's
Mm-hmm.
incredible. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Hope you make some nachos. Let us know if you do.
Wash your hands.
Send us your
We
photos.
love you.